In this second module, we focus on the goals, challenges, and sustainability strategies of Nigerian performing companies since 1960. We will also examine how these groups shaped culture, education, and entertainment at both the rural and urban levels. Section 1. Rural-based companies. Rural companies were deeply rooted in community traditions. They often performed in local languages and used storytelling, drumming, and masquerade to connect with audiences. Their goals included preserving indigenous culture, educating communities on morality, health, and social issues, generating income for local performers. Despite limited resources, rural troops sustained themselves through community support, seasonal festivals, and donations. Section 2. Urban-based companies. Urban troops operated in cities like Lagos, Ibadan, and Kaduna, where access to larger audiences and better infrastructure allowed them to experiment more. Urban companies contributed to the professionalization of theater. The transition from stage to film and later television, especially with Yoruba traveling theater evolving into Nollywood. A cultural dialogue between tradition and modernity. Urban theaters faced competition from cinema and later television, but their adaptability helped them remain relevant. Section 3. Community and educational institution troops. Community-based and school-based groups also played critical roles. Universities, in particular, became hubs for theatrical innovation. University of Ibadan School of Drama nurtured playwrights like Soyinka and Ola Rotimi. University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, became a center for integrating African performance aesthetics into academic theater. Secondary school drama societies also provided training grounds for young talents. These groups ensured continuity by training the next generation of directors, actors, and dramatists. Section 4. Sustainability of performing companies. The sustainability of theater companies depended on several strategies. Touring and mobility, traveling troupes reached diverse audiences and spread cost. Ticket sales and patronage, popular theater sustained itself through direct audience support. Institutional support, universities and cultural centers provided resources for elitist theater. Adaptation to new media, many companies transitioned into film, television, and later video productions, laying foundations for Nollywood. Section 5. Redefining entertainment and culture. Since 1960, Nigerian directors and companies have redefined not just theater but the broader concept of entertainment. They preserve traditional art forms while modernizing them for contemporary audiences. They challenge social and political structures, using plays to critique corruption, bad governance, and cultural erosion. They expanded Nigeria's cultural identity globally by touring and participating in international festivals. Section 6. Contemporary legacy. The legacy of these companies continues today in the growth of Nollywood, which owes much to the itinerant theater movement. The survival of community-based drama in festivals and religious performances. The persistence of university theater as a training hub. Directors since 1960 have not only entertained but also contributed to Nigeria's socio-cultural development. End of Module 2 summary. In this second module, we examined rural, urban, community, and school-based theater groups. How these groups sustain themselves. Their influence on Nigerian culture, entertainment, and education. The long-term legacy of these performing companies. In this course, Directors and Performing Companies since 1960, we trace the evolution of Nigerian theater after independence. Module 1 introduced the key directors and their companies, Ogond, Ogonmola, Ladipo, Soyinka, and others, who laid the foundations of post-colonial Nigerian theater. Module 2 focused on the sustainability and impact of performing companies in rural, urban, and educational contexts, and how they redefine Nigerian entertainment and culture. By studying these directors and troupes, we appreciate how theater in Nigeria has been more than performance. It has been a movement of cultural identity, social commentary, and artistic innovation since 1960.